Hello everyone, this is SecretDoorGaming. I'm going to be playing a game called Call Me Under. And it looks like I believe it's a supernatural game where you have escaped to an underwater world. And and there's humans and also I think of creatures called sirens that cohabitate together. So it looks really interesting, and I love this jazzy kind of film noir 1920s kind of style. So I hope you enjoy this game, and have something nice to drink and something good to eat. I've got my coconut cream pie in front of me, and no, I'm not a lonely crazy cat lady surrounded by her plants eating coconut cream pie, but maybe I am. Anyways, who's to judge me anyway? So let's start playing the game. Eldritch horrors. Ooh. Mild flashing images. I'm really loving the music.
The beginning was bathed in darkness. The beginning was darkness. Its form and its home, the most basic state of being. The inkwell from which flesh was shaped, minds were made, and dreams were born. We began in the shadows. They nourished us, caressed us, gave us life.
Sounds like a
greedy
cat.
Hearts demanded more.
Sorry.
Separation, independence, a self free from the roots, colors split from the inkwell, and a new perspective, a new meaning was born. And so began the tale of our Creator's downfall. But I'm sure you know that already, right?
Not
How
really.
the skies formed their legions and drove the shadows to the bottom of the dark and terrible ocean. Such a simple fable. A great and uncomplicated way to explain the universe to young, impressionable minds. Tell me, do they recount this tale with your bedside lamp turned on, so you don't feel the fear creeping in? Do they make the monsters with their hands in that light, so you know that there's nothing in the darkness but evil? Have you ever felt just that tiny sliver of doubt that maybe they lied?
Cats always lie. That was a really good beginning. I like that. Kind of an Art Deco-y Edgar Allan Poe beginning. Looks like I can only do the human. I can't do the whatever that other one is. Skyja? Fresh blood from the surface, a few prior convictions, but nothing I can't work with. Reason for Anne acquiring them is unknown, but seemingly a decent decision on her part. My first impressions are good, but I'll refrain from forming any solid opinions until after we've got into this nasty poo. I don't like to swear, sorry. Here's hoping it works out better than the last time. Peace, Sinclair. The human. Having recently arrived from the surface, you find yourself thrust into the capable hands and employment of Penelope Sinclair, editor of the Styx Journal, but mostly significant leader of Scott and Sinclair investigations. Your past is shady, but your convictions are nothing but a memory here in Styx. The river Styx, that was like the Hades river where the bone man would bury the dead across. That's kind of creepy. Call it a much-needed new beginning, if you will. A second chance to start somewhere fresh where nobody knows your name. You have a job, a place to live, and a host of poo that's about to be thrown into your lap. Sorry, here's hoping your sea legs are steady, because life is about to get real choppy. Settling into a new city can be a real headache. Sorry, this isn't supposed to be a comedy. I'll try to keep it down. Tell us your first name. I want something different. I'm gonna go with Helga. I like Helga. Now you're... Oh no, now I have to think of a surname. I'm not very good with surnames. Okay, maybe I'll do Locke. That's easy enough to remember. Now choose your pronouns. The City of Styx. November 1958. Should be almost 1930s with the style. The incessant tap, tap, tap of the typewriter's mechanical keys beneath my fingertips is the only thing keeping me awake tonight. That and the stench of smoke and booze wafting from Penny's office. It's only 7. She'll have one hell of a hangover tomorrow. Again. Ooh, Penny sounds... she an alcoholic? I sigh and glare at the fresh sheet before me. I'm only a sentence in and it's already nonsense. I angrily yank at the roller and tap on, the arms whirling against the inky black ribbon. It's gonna be a light one. I sit back and stare at the words on the page. Words I've seen typed out by my and many others' hand too many times to count in the short time I've been here. I'm gonna turn the music down a little bit. I always find this problem with every game I play, the music's too loud. Or maybe it's just me. I don't know. Could be both. That's better. I do like it. It really reminds me of the time period. It's just really jazzy, really smooth. Missing, kidnapped, presumed dead, dismembered. Ooh. I hear a low whistle and turn to find Penny staring at me, sticking her head around the doorframe. Hey, are you done yet? Penny looks kind of like aggressive, intimidating. I don't have all night, you know. I thought you were supposed to be fast. I'm on it. Only one more section to type up. She rolls her eyes and disappears back into Scott and Sinclair investigations. Penny is the editor of the Styx Journal and also a private investigator when night falls. She's relentless and brilliant, but she's hard to read. She's also an alcoholic. Her work partner, Anne Scott, is one of the many citizens of Styx who went missing recently. And I don't think Penny has slept since. And it looks like I'll be joining her with the amount of work I've got on my plate. Oh, oh dear, poor Penny. Her work partner, Anne, is missing. I wonder if she's drinking. Mind you, don't turn to drink just because, you know, your work partner's missing. Anyways, I didn't think that taking a job at a newspaper would end up with me elbow deep in murder cases and disappearances. But hey, wherever the tides take me, I guess. I press play on the tape recorder and get ready to type. But what did you see? You say you blacked out after she was taken? You must have caught a look at the guy's face. That's the thing though, that wasn't no guy, wasn't no human. Yeah, you said that already, but it isn't like we have much in the way of humans down here. So help me out. Be more can't say that, sorry, specific. Oh, my English is terrible. It's my first language. It wasn't one of them either. It was... I quickly stopped the tape and watched the water in my glass ripple. Maybe there's a dinosaur outside. The whole room trembling. There must be a dinosaur outside. I gripped the edge of the desk to steady myself, but it stops after a few seconds. Still long enough to throw me off. Maybe a giant monkey. Another quake, the second today. Well, it must be King Kong. Is it me, or did that one feel more violent? I turn and find Penny tugging on her coat, a cigarette hanging haphazardly between her lips. She's laden with case files as usual, and I idly wonder if this woman ever quits. Good for her, she's a hard-working lady. She doesn't seem too bothered by the fact that the ocean is shaking us like a fish in a bowl. But then I guess that's exactly what we are. Oh, I guess they already are underwater. Should I be concerned? I should talk like with a Helga. No, that's too offensive. I better not. I'm already offended in my last video. I don't want to start a trend here. Nah, don't fret. She waves me off as she breezes over to my desk and yanks the paper free from the typewriter, squinting at it and signing when she sees it isn't done. But she adds it to the messy pile she has hitched under her arm anyway. I like her hair. It's very pretty. Penny, these things happen. It's just the nature of sticks, my friend. You'll get used to it. Now, go home and get some rest, all right. I need you here bright and early tomorrow. I need a Penny assertive voice. Oh, and lock up. I thought she says lock me up. Would you? Oh, and lock up for me, would you? Okie dokie. She doesn't wait for me to respond, and the front door swiftly slams shut behind her. I rub my eyes and will the tiredness that blurs the edges of my vision to disappear. I just want to get through this damn interview so I can go home. Then it happens again. Earthquake. Shake, rattle, roll. Another quake. Get under your desk. Or in the doorway. Oh wait, they told us we shouldn't be in the doorway. It doesn't really protect you. This time it's vicious. No gentle warning or soft rumble, just full blore. Lights swinging. Poop falling to the floor. Sorry, I can't swear. And cracking against the linoleum. Books falling from the shelves. My desk jumps across the room like it has a mind of its own. Fear consumes me, and I launch myself from my chair, stumbling towards the door and reaching for the handle like a lifeline. I tear it open, the wall screaming around me, the roar of what sounds like thunder rattling in my ears. I escape into the atrium and my eyes fall upon chaos. Oh, it's so pretty. You are underwater. Look at that. Look at the graphics. They're actually moving. That's so cool. Hordes of people run from the surrounding businesses, bars, and lounges. There's a stampede coursing across the main floor, and all I can think of is that I can't believe I've only been here a few weeks, and here I am watching it all, freaking end. There you go. It's like the running of the bulls. That's when the screaming begins. At first, I think the sound might be coming from me, but the chorus of wailing that fills my head can't possibly be human. It sounds like a wounded animal, a death knell. It chills me to my core. Ooh, I am getting goosebumps or goose pimples, and leaves the hairs on my arms and the back of my neck standing to attention, saluting whatever terrible thing is making that damn noise. I close my hands over my ears and try to shut it out, try to push forward and get the hell out of here. I look up as I run and notice that the glass that that encases his holding, so at least today might not be the day I die a watery death. But then, a flash. Ooh, look, everything is foggy. A violent, blinding light, the edges of my vision blurry, shifting. And then everything goes quiet, not a sound, not a whisper. I stand still and close my eyes, tight enough that it hurts, pain blooming bright behind my eyelids. Well, don't do that. Next comes the voices. Voices that aren't mine, voices that echo and shift, a terrible cacophony of crying, wailing, laughing. Then my mind fills with the vision of a face. Oh no, he's bleeding. I think that's blood. Or a lot of, maybe that's ketchup. I'm not sure. Or jam. Strawberry jam. Anyways, back to the story. Blue eyes, hair as black as the night. He stares down at his hands, and every inch of them is painted a terrible and unmistakable crimson. They shake, his long fingers trembling, and he drops them to his side in what looks like defeat. Okay, why? Then he's looking right at me. He sees me. How is that possible? I snap back into the waking world with a painful jolt. Maybe Hilka had a vision. My temples throbbing, and then comes total silence. Clarity, the calm after a terrible storm. I look around and my vision is clear again. No blurring, no bloody stranger staring directly into my soul. I take a deep breath and shake my head, blinking myself free of whatever that was, and I look down just to check that I'm still whole. Something catches my eye, a flash of red in the neon lights. I look down at my hands and find them covered in blood. Ew. What the? That's when everything turns to black. Is Hilka gonna be accused for something bad? I wake early and I don't remember how I got home, but I do know that my sleep was fitful and plagued with nightmares. Nightmares of bloody palms, of unfamiliar faces, of the sounds of something dark and terrible calling out to me. It's like my cat when he's hungry. It's a wonderful day here in Styx. The streets are bustling and alive with citizens going about their day, even at this horrendously early hour, and yet everything unsurprisingly feels a little off. I still can't recall how I got home last night. Maybe they, stumbled, staggered, walked. But I do remember standing in this very spot and having what I can only assume was a total mental breakdown. Yeah, I know what those are like. I look down at my hands and find them clean, much to my relief. It's only the 20th time I've checked since I woke up with the world's most horrific headache that just won't seem to quit, and a terrible feeling that there's something seriously going on inside this brain of mine. Maybe you should see a doctor. Could be a brain aneurysm. Steeling myself, I looked down at the address that I tore from the notice board outside the Vanguard Lounge yesterday morning, after it caught my eye, which seems kind of like a sign right now. As if I anticipated something like this would happen without realizing it. Dr. Archimedes Tusuchida, Studio 11, Meadoway, Asphodel. We will maintain your discretion with utmost care for proportional payment. That sounds shady, especially the name. He sounds legit, right? It's a he. Oh. After the night I had, I can't say I'm in the position to be too picky with finding the right practitioner. Discretion is highly desired. I'm not about to draw too much attention to myself when I'm fresh off the submarine. And so into the depths of Asphodel I go. Ew. Creepy. And now I have an unbearable headache. I would too after looking at this office. I would have nightmares. Oh my goodness. This person is disturbed. Oh, except for the picture of the mermaid. That's kind of pretty. And I like the leather chairs. Those look soft and cozy. Oh, and the fireplace too. It looks very warm and inviting. But, yeah, all the little preserved little creatures back there. Not for me. Oh, hello. Call me Archie, nods, his eyes still firmly fixed upon the clipboard in his lap. I like his bow tie. He's very smartly dressed, except for his little flock of strangely white hair. He's writing, but I don't know whether he's writing something related to me or if he's just, I don't know, doodling flowers or whatever. I don't have the energy to care, and my patience is wearing thin with every pulse of my heartbeat, which sends a throbbing lance of pain through my temples. It feels worse than if someone had decided to stuff cotton in my brain like a sponge with a giant merciless hand squeezing it over and over. But I've paid to be here, and there's a shelf of interesting bottles filled with questionable things staring at me behind Dr. Tsuchadas? Suchadas? Oh, I really butchered that name, I'm sorry. Beautiful office desk. I guess I better behave long enough for him to give me something for this pain, and then I can be out of here. I wonder if he's a witch doctor. This is a nice office, too. Or, yeah, I don't know if I would trust him. He's already apologized profusely because his clinic downstairs is undergoing renovations. Sure. So he has to see me up here, but you won't find me complaining about sitting on fine leather. And you haven't been drinking. I didn't last night, no. Though I considered it this morning, if your office had been hard to find, I might have slipped into lease and taken my chances with a whiskey bottle instead. Oh, that's not very good. Whiskey is terrible for you. Why do you think I picked this spot for the clinic? I snort reflexively, then squeeze my eyes shut when my head throbs again. This is getting annoying. Hilga, you have some manners. Snorting. Dr. Tsuchadas, maybe I'll just call him Dr. T, gets out of his plush chair, and as I hoped he would, he opens the cabinet full of mystery bottles, takes out a few, then rummages for something from another lower shelf. Oh, he's gonna poison me. Be careful. With a questionable smile, he hands me a shot glass full of some vicious-looking luminous green liquid. Is he trying to get me drunk? Is that supposed to be like that absentee or something? How bad is this gonna hurt? Don't suppose you'd serve this in a prettier glass. Let's try this. Don't suppose you consider serving this in a prettier glass. I swirl the liquid suspiciously, and it's viscous. The light reflects through its toxic green color rather attractively, but I know that just means this poo is going to burn on its way down. I should probably say a different word now. This crap. In my experience, the nastier something looks, the better it works. It's true. It's like medicine. Take your medicine. The worse it tastes, the better it's for you. And give you the illusion of luxury? I like to be honest with my patients. Don't worry, it's worth it after the first 3 seconds. Yes, but what is it? Well then, cheers. Are you sure, Hilda? I take a deep breath, brace myself, then knock it back in one. I wouldn't be so sure of that. Nothing. It's bitter. It doesn't burn, but I might have preferred that to the horrendous taste slithering down my throat. I slam the shot glass down onto the deck and gesture desperately for something, anything else to drink. Archie thrusts a glass of water into my hands. It would have been better not having water. Maybe apple juice? Is he smirking? Am I about to die? The water thankfully washes the horrific aftertaste out of my mouth. See? 3 seconds, like I said. Felt much longer than that. My head is also still throbbing dully, now with the added effects of ringing ears and extra misery of having ingested something that nasty. The bottle of whiskey I've been daydreaming about is feeling less like a treat and more like a necessity at this point. Ew. Hilga. Bring it in now. It was 3 seconds. Don't worry, I counted. He cheerfully takes the water from my hand and nudges me to relax in the admittedly very comfortable chair. His smile beatific and strangely reassuring. Uh-oh, he's drugged me. I'm in trouble. I should have drank it. No, since you took it orally. It's going to require a little while to fully take effect. Is he going to try to harvest my organs? I should not have come here. Does that mean I get to fall asleep? Because I could do with the rest. Uh-oh, Hilga. Why did you come here? Why did you drink that green poison? No. Why do you give your patients such an inviting chair? Usually I don't. That chair is for personal guests. I'm not special enough for your chair. Oh, you should have sat on the floor. I'm sorry. I suppose getting my clinic wrecked by ungrateful... what's a good word? Bugs does benefit some. You're the 5th person to comment about that chair. You get that many patients? Wow. He sighs deeply. Uh-oh, I offended him. Now I'm even offending computer game characters. I'm on a different level now. Probably too many. Others are also happy to just pay me a fee and talk my ears off. I can do that. But I wouldn't pay you the fee, though. Then I'd say you're doing a nice job stealing the bartender's business from down the street. Don't tell him that, or I've no doubt my tab will find itself inflating mysteriously. Just like your mysterious hair. Oh, and since you're here, I need your kidneys. Archie ducks behind his desk, emerging a moment later with what looks like a stack of tapes. Suddenly, I have a feeling. You are the Helga Locke, correct? Penny's new, recruit? Oh, yes. Of course, a favor for a favor. Does Miss Sinclair know everybody in this city? If she does, I wouldn't be surprised. But she did tell me specifically that her new hire is going to be helping her transcribe some important tapes I promised her. I would have stopped by to deliver them myself this morning, but here I am held up with a patient complaining of a headache. Talk about lucking out, huh? I hold out my hand for the tapes, but Archie tuts and shakes his head. He opens a different cabinet in the room, pulls out a roll of twine, and then starts sorting through the tapes and tying them together. Were they all just in a pile in your drawer until this morning, or did you just forget to finish this final step? That terrible headache of yours must have gone away by now, with all of that sass out of your mouth. I didn't realize I was being sassy. I was just asking a question. Maybe Hilga has autism too. You can't figure people out, you know? It's hard to. You think you're being like, you're just asking questions, yet you're being offensive. And you think you're just asking questions, you're being sassy. It's then that I realized that it has actually, not completely, but the discomfort is so minimal that I don't notice much of anything aside from the fact that my head feels weirdly heavy. Like it's full of secrets or something. Hilga, what is wrong with you, girl? Dr. T. Archie. Ooh, we're on first names now. Archie, do you know anything about the murders and disappearances? Archie says nothing. He finishes tying up the tapes in neat piles and produces a brown paper bag to drop them into. He hands it to me. No, I don't, and it bothers me a great deal. Now, go home and rest up. And stop bothering me. I smile wryly. Not likely after you've dropped all this work into my lap. Just tell Penny it's doctor's orders that you get some rest. She can take it up with me, if she feels like it. It's been a long while since I've seen her anyway. Right, thanks. See you around, I guess. Not if you're lucky. Yes, I would not want to come back to your room of death. All your little dead creatures in there. One of them looks like a little kind of cute little gray swimming animal back there. Look at him, he's so cute. Poor little thing. Archie, I don't like you. Oh, look at the baby bird. I love baby birds. I love birds. I have a weird feeling in my gut that I won't be lucky, that I'll be seeing more of Dr. T. I don't want to see Dr. T. I don't even want to see Dr. S. Whoever that is. Before I head back to the office, I get a weird desire. I thought I was going to say to go to the bathroom. But nope, to check out the strange little shop that's caught my eye more than a few times since I landed here. I bet it's the Killing Moon. Nestled between Titch's Luck Casino and a beauty salon sits the Killing Moon. Its colorful window full of charms, oddities, and multiple posters insisting that the incredible Eve can tell me my fortune of what I ate for breakfast. I don't think Eve can tell me what I ate for breakfast. I can't even remember what I ate for breakfast. But it was tasty, whatever it was. I wonder if this Eve could offer me a little insight into what the hell is going on in this head of mine. I lean and take a closer look at one of those posters. That looks like a Coco Chanel almost symbol, or I think it's the moon symbol. Past or present or future. Ew, look at the spooky ghost behind her. Or maybe those are evil spirits. No, I won't trust her. She has a skull. The ultimate master of divination with a direct link to the spiritual plane and supernatural regions beyond. Your natural regions beyond. That sounds foreboding. Interesting. Well, I guess it can't hurt to try, right? Into the unknown we go. Oh, I do like her colorful shop. It's very pretty, actually. She's got a lot of stuff in there that I like crystals and plants and rocks and candles and herbs and more plants and bugs. Ooh, I like bugs. I wanted to be an entomologist when I was a kid. I loved insects, much to the horror of my parents. The bell above the door jingles quietly as I step inside, and I'm immediately hit with the overpowering smell of incense and a maelstrom of scented candles. Scented candles. Strange music plays on the record player that sits in the corner, and the shop appears to be totally vacant. It's got lots of cool little things in jars and things, oodles of little potions and knickknacks and paddywhacks. I peruse the shelves and run a finger over the jagged point of a crystal, leaning in to stare at the whirls of different purples. You're a curiosity, aren't you? A more precious bauble than any in this shop. And look, the ties have washed you right in. I'm gonna try to give her like an accent. I turn quickly and watch as a fiery-haired wisp of a human, in a lace gown the same color as their pale skin, approaches. From where, I'm not entirely sure. Well, she's definitely dressed not really 1950s, and especially the necklace around her neck. That is totally not 1950s. Amethyst, excellent for migraines and nausea. They reach for the crystal and cradle it in their palms, closing their eyes, their copper lashes fluttering. It almost looks like they're whispering to it. Right. Hey, Eve, you okay there? Oh. Another customer approaches, their golden eyes flicking between this Eve and myself curiously. They offer me a lopsided smile, one that looks almost apologetic. Ooh, they've got nice hair. Eve exhales sharply and opens their eyes. Oh, Adrian. They turn to me and eagerly press the crystal into my hands. Forgive me, sometimes I get a little carried away. The other customer laughs awkwardly, still apparently trying to break the weird tension that seems to be sucking the life out of the room, and then Eve sets their sights on them. One moment. Eve scans the shelves, their hands in the air, as if asking for silence, and they laugh wickedly when they apparently spot what they were searching for. She's kind of like me, I laugh all the time. But not wickedly. They shove a crystal at the other customer's chest. This one is lavender and gold. I don't know any crystal that's lavender and gold. Ametrine for clarity, good for scaring away procrastination, and... They sniff the air. Other unsavory things. The golden-eyed stranger's cheeks flare pink, and they laugh nervously, looking anywhere other than at myself or Eve. Oh, does they have B.O.? They reach into their bag and retrieve a wad of money, to wave at Eve, apparently eager to give it to the over-curious shopkeep to shut them up. Ooh, he's got like weird-looking eyes. Kind of creepy. Devil eyes. I think I might do the same. What, wave some money in her face? As Eve quickly disappears behind the cash desk, the stranger turns to me and scrambles to hold the ridiculously oversized crystal in one hand, offering me the other. I don't want your smelly or B.O. crystal. I'm Adrian. Sorry about that, them. They're sweet, just a little intense, you know. Yeah, I got that. So, are you new around here? That obvious? Adrian shrugs sheepishly. Anyway, here lies your first lesson. Eve will sell you a crystal that costs a week's rent, and all it'll do is give you hives. You can't trust a soul around here, especially not when they smile at you. Crystals that give hives? That is very odd. Then, completely lacking any irony, Adrian offers me a huge, sharp-toothed grin. Ew, he is a devil. Oh, maybe he's one of those creatures. Before I can reply, Eve loudly clears their throat. their eyes widening when we both turn to stare at them. Adrian clears their throat and glances down at the crystal Eve deposited in their palm. How many theirs are there? Clarity, you said? Eve nods enthusiastically, their skinny fingers clasped as they're about to drop to their knees and pray. I have a strange sense that you might need some, yeah? Adrian exhales, glancing out into the atrium almost wistfully. They smile as they deposit their money upon the counter, but that smile doesn't reach their eyes. I think you might be right, yeah. Eve looks at me expectantly. What am I doing here? I have no idea. I have no idea what just transpired either. I don't even know what's going on between these two. And you? Yes, finally. Why do I want a crystal anyway? What's that gonna do to me? How's that gonna help me? But I'd probably offend her if I don't buy the crystal. Mind you, she's a little strange and that Adrian guy told me not to buy any crystals. Yet he bought the crystal. I'm gonna buy the crystal. I sigh and reach into my pockets. It's a nice pretty paperweight at least. Can't hurt, right? Eve nods, reaching out to count the coins from my palm. Too many for a pretty rock, if you ask me. I'm sure it'll brighten up your place, right? I nod and smile again. Pretty rock. I just took my whole paycheck. I can't eat rocks for dinner. And Adrian is clearly just playing along, as regretful of their new unwanted item as I am, it would appear. Oh, we didn't catch your name. It's Helga. Eve shakes the hand I offer them with both of theirs, smiling sweetly until they're not. They pull away quickly, almost as if I shock them, their skin turning a shade paler. They glance at Adrian for a split second before they compose themselves and offer an obviously forced smile. It shakes at the edges. Right, well, it's very nice to meet you, Helga. Now can you please leave? You've cursed my store. Something tells me it wasn't. Now please, oh yes, she's telling me to get out. Or they are telling me to get out. Now please excuse me. I have the reading in a moment, so I need to go prepare. The spirits won't talk to themselves. They wave once and then they're gone, the curtain that separates the shop from the back room swishing violently. Huh? That was weird. I raise a brow at them. Weirder than usual. Oh, he gets her too. Or they get her too. Glad I'm not the only one who noticed. I'd better dash too. Nothing personal, I just have to get to work. And where do you work? With those sharp teeth, are you like a can opener or something? Actually, he probably would be good at opening letters. I always have a hard time opening letters, especially with the sticky ones with the glue. I bet those teeth would really help open letters. Was a pleasure to meet you, Helga, really, and if you're ever in my neck of the water, then stop by my studio sometime. I'm always looking for faces to paint. Oh, he's a painter. Their cheeks flush as they hand me a small business card. Maybe he wants to eat me. Adrian Navarro. Portraits, fine art advertisements. Aleutians Fields, Studio 12. An artist, huh? You flatter me. Adrian shrugs and tucks a strand of their long hair behind their ear, heading for the door. Always nice to make new friends, right? Styx is a big place, distinctly lacking honest folks. And something about you tells me you're one of the good ones. Ew, there's those teeth again. letter openers. So stop by sometime. I will. As long as you don't eat me. See you around. He looks like a fishy that would eat me, like a piranha. I wave and watch them go, standing in the middle of the killing moon, feeling heavier than I did before I entered, crystal notwithstanding. When I walk into the office, I find Penny sitting at my desk. Hey, you're in my seat. She glares at me over the top of the typewriter. It's like my cat. He's always in my seat. Her eyes glued to me as I make my way over to the desk and deposit the bag of Archie's tapes in front of her. This better be good, considering you've been gone for almost half of your shift. Ooh, she's a taskmaster. I can't promise it'll be good, but they're from Dr. T. He said he was planning on dropping them by. Penny's blue eyes light up and she eagerly dips a hand inside the bag, counting the contents with a growing smile. I'm just gonna take just a little drinky. My throat is getting dry. That son of a bug. I knew he'd come through. While she's occupied with whatever juicy content Archie has supposedly provided us, I noticed a new missing person poster has been added to the case board. My heart sinks when I look at the grainy picture, that face. Oh, it's the same man from your vision. Oh, he's so cute and handsome. Oh, he's from Greece too. I love Greece. Not Greece, not Greece from a pan, but I love Greece. I would love to visit there. I'd love to just go see the beautiful culture and the people are so nice, and oh my goodness, I love those white houses. They're so cute, and the blue tops, and and the food, and all the Greek gods and goddesses. If their temples are still standing. Oh, so he's missing. We are seeking information regarding the disappearance of this individual, last seen in the Osfidal area of the city. An extensive investigation is being conducted to locate him. Oh, I didn't even get to read all of it. I was too occupied with Greece. I reach out unconsciously, almost as if compelled, and I feel sickness coiling in my gut. Like I know this man, like he means something, but I've never seen him before of that much, I'm sure. Not in a way that would make me feel like this anyway. Oh, maybe we were meant to be together. Oh yeah, I need to brief you on this one. Penny's voice snaps me from my daze, and she flicks the poster leaning against the board with a resigned sigh. His name is Egan Castar. His brother came to my apartment after the quake in a mad panic. Apparently he disappeared last night under suspicious circumstances, but that's all I managed to get out of the crazy bugger before he ran off. Men. I stare at her, not quite able to bring myself to respond. The face on the poster still drawing me in, urging me to look. Penny tilts her head curiously and frowns at me. Hello, Earth to Helga. You alright there, champ? You look a little peaky. I nod vacantly, plastering a smile across my lips. I just had a bad night. No sleep, headache. Must have been the quake. You should really go to bed, Helga. Huh? Yeah, you're still adjusting, I suppose. Anyway, let me tell you about this Castor guy. Get your typing fingers ready. It's a long story. Oh, Penny, let me go to bed. I'm tired. I dutifully take my seat at my desk, slipping a fresh piece of paper between the rollers. And for the next 2 hours, Penny recounts the tale of Blue and Egan Castor, and why the latter going missing holds some degree of significance to the long and winding web that Styx seems to be weaving around us. And Penny, at least get me some good coffee. Oops, sorry about that. I don't know what happened there. I'm gonna need a drink. You should get me a drink of coffee. Oh, but I think Helga wants something stronger. It didn't take much for Penny to persuade me to join her in her nightly journey to the Vanguard. Her arms once again laden with case files and paperwork. The woman never quits. Oh, I like that. Look at that. Isn't it neat? It's like a jazz hall. Although I find myself with a pile of my own tonight, both of us sit at the bar, papers strung out in front of us while the cute blonde bartender keeps our glasses full. The lounge is packed and the air thick with a layer of smoke like it has its very own atmosphere. It doesn't sound like my type of place. I still don't know if I believe that he's missing. If you meet his brother, you'll understand why. I want to get the hell away from him too. What? But you said they seem close, so why would he just disappear with no good reason? Penny shrugs and stubs her cigarette out in the ashtray before her, quickly lighting another. I guess that's for you to find out, huh? She's a chain smoker. She's gonna get wrinkles around the eyes. And a terrible smoker's cough. She smiles and exhales, the smoke hitting my face. Right. That's what I would do. I would cough. Ooh, here comes the blonde. No, here comes not the blonde, but the bombshell. Jazz singer. Then the lights dim and a single spotlight illuminates the stage at the far end of the lounge. A figure appearing in its bright, unforgiving beam. The music swells, a cool, lazy rhythm. Something that'd lure you to sleep if you weren't hopped up on the thrill of simply being here. Even under the thrum of the bass, I hear Penny's breath hitch. Heck, mine does too, because the silhouette is a damn fine one. All dangerous curves and a walk that tells you that whoever it is knows their appeal and how to work it. Oh, I like her flower. Oh, she's one of those with the golden eyes. I lean in to whisper in Penny's ear, my eyes still on the stage. Maybe that was her brother. Who is that? She swats me away without so much as offering me a glance, totally fixated. Shh, no talking. And then the songbird begins to sing. Red lips, tight curls, eyes as gold as the sun, and that voice. Like honey, dripping and smooth, she's compelling enough to make me believe she's singing about me for me and only me. With the way everyone else in the room is staring at her, I gather they feel the same. Oh, she's a siren. I wish they had some music, like, to play for her, or somebody sang a song for her. To say I'm transfixed would be an understatement. Though something swiftly pulls me from my daze, a terrible chill rolls down my spine, a full body shudder that has goose flesh prickling upon my skin. Goose flesh? I feel the same way I did last night, like I'm about to get lost in a dream, vision, whatever the fish sticks that was. Fish sticks. Then I see him. Him. The mystery man, bringer of the world's biggest pain in the butt of a migraine. He stands at the opposite end of the bar, all tall and looming. Maybe he's a witch, something haunting and dark, a creature like the ones they say wander sticks at night if you get too close to the shadows. The bluest eyes I've ever seen focus in on me like he's heard everything I'm thinking about him. He scowls at me from behind a curtain of ink-black hair, and I can hear my own heartbeat rushing in my ears, the music and the songbird's voice a mere echo. Like I'm underwater, but in a more literal sense. The shadow man narrows his eyes, and I decide there's definitely something other about him, something both missing and too much to fathom. He averts his gaze quickly like he's been shocked out of our little staring contest, and the room seems to shudder, my ears popping, and then everything is back to normal. Only then do I register Penny snapping her fingers in front of my face, and if looks could kill, Hey, you drunk already or something? I shake my head because my tongue feels too heavy for me to form words, and Penny simply sighs, reassigning herself to the fact that I'm terrible company, I assume. Yes, Helga, you are terrible company. I would take you to, a 10-year-old's birthday party. You drink too much. I would feel bad if it wasn't for the existential crisis I seem to be having. Penny suddenly stiffens beside me, her back going ramrod straight, and her unlit cigarette almost falling from between her lips. She scrambles to catch it, and I can hear a husky laugh right behind me. Penny looks up, her eyes are wide and her cheeks beat red. Darn. I turn to find the culprit, the one who apparently has the ability to render my usually unshakable boss useless. And there stands the songbird, even more beautiful up close. She is very pretty. Oh, look, she's winking. She's cute. I like her. She's very pretty. I like her flower. It reminds me of a Hawaiian flower. I don't remember what those flowers are called. But it's very pretty, and they're supposed to be very fragrant. Penelope. Penelope? That's not Penny's name. I see you've brought the office here with you as you always. Should you really be drinking on the job? Penny merely scowls and angrily fumbles for her lighter, refraining from responding. The songbird simply sighs, shrugging at me with pursed lips like she's used to this kind of reception. And who is this? Another of Miss Sinclair's victims? Her perfect red lips curl up at the corners as she offers me a hand. Penny swears quietly under her breath, and finally gets a flame out of the lighter, her relief apparent. Am I a victim, or not a victim, and just an employee? I'm the lowest of the low. I guess I am, yeah. Should I play the victim? Penny would get really mad at me, though. But this one sounds like so pathetic. I'm just an employee. Yeah, I'm gonna make Penny mad. I should probably bite my tongue, but this woman appears to be eager to tease, and I'm all aboard that particular train. Choo-choo! Train to nowhere. Especially if it makes Penny blush like that again. Yes, I like to see Penny blush. Helga Locke, and I guess you could say I'm her victim, yeah. Uh-oh, she's mad. Ooh, look, she's got a heart above her head. She likes me. Oh, we can be bosom buddies. Oh, wait, no, I shouldn't have said bosom. Look at her. Oh, my goodness, I'm so offensive. The songbird laughs heartily and takes my hand, shaking it firmly. Oh, I like her. She's my kind of friend. That's the spirit. Glad to see she finally found someone with a sense of humor. Look, she's winking again. I'm Callie Seymour. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Helga. Likewise. Screw you both. Penny's really mad. Oh dear. Callie lays it on thick and pouts, fluttering her lashes at Penny. Why does her eyes look so pretty and the other guy's eyes don't look so pretty? Oh, come on now. Don't be like that, sweetheart. I actually need to steal away your boss, Helga. I hope you don't mind, but it's a private matter. How private are we talking? You said that last time and talked my ear off about your bass player cheating on his wife for an hour. Time is money, Calliope. Don't give me that poo pan. I have solid information. Is that intriguing enough to make me taking up your oh-so-precious time worthwhile? Penny clears her throat. Sorry. Sound like a cat, puking up a hairball. And begins to gather up the papers she's early strewn across the countertop, stuffing them back in their files, then under her arm. She stands, throwing me an apologetic glance. Call it a night, sister. I need you in early tomorrow to make up for the time you lost today, all right? Hey, I'm not your... Oh, I am your, doormat. Sure thing, boss. Oh no, I'm a doormat. These boots were made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you. Do you like that song? I do. She actually smiles at that, and I feel like I got awarded a gold star. Oh my goodness, I feel like I'm in kindergarten again. I love those gold stars. I used to take those gold stars, and I used to put them all over my face. And then I was licking them, and then, they kind of tasted good, and yeah, my parents would have to fight me as I was eating my gold star. It wasn't very pleasant. Well, at least not for them it was. A for effort! But then she inhales sharply and squares her shoulders, her gaze meeting Callie's as she pushes past me. Uh-oh, she's still mad. 30 minutes max. I need an early night too. Haha, that's rich. I like Callie. And then Penny is off, pushing through the crowd and heading who knows where. Callie huffs and begins to follow her on towering red heels, but she stops, spins, and offers me a polite wave and a wink. Oh, that was nice. It was nice to meet you. Before I get the chance to respond, they're both gone, engulfed by the sea of swaying people. It's then that I feel that shift again. Eyes on me, staring, burning into the back of my head. I turn slowly, an attempt at being subtle, I suppose, but something tells me the Shadow Man is expecting my attention. He hides in the shadows. Sure enough, he's looking right at me when I find him at the opposite end of the bar. He still has his coat on and clutches an almost empty drink like a lifeline. I slide into the empty seat beside him and my temples ache. But I put it down to a long day and the fact that the atmosphere in here is at least 80% cigarette smoke. That's bad for your lungs.
I'm having kind of a bad day.
Oh, he has a voice, thank God. I don't have to make his voice. Oh, he's got kind of like, a breathless voice. Look at his shirt. It's all undone, just to show me his pecs, There's a little bit of hair on his pecs that he just shaved. But his hair is all tousled. He doesn't have a Greek accent, though. He's supposed to be Greek, I thought. He laughs bitterly. Ha ha ha, and lifts his tumbler, squinting as he glares through the amber liquid.
Well, weak.
He looks very, feminine, if you don't mind me saying. He slams it back, finishing the drink in one. He places the glass on the bar with a loud slam, his knuckles bleeding white as he grips it like he means to break it. Hey, we just met.
So tell me, what exactly do you want? I keep catching you staring, and I'm not looking for any company tonight, if that's what you seek.
Well, I'm not looking for your company either, dude. It isn't every day you see a guy in a painful, seemingly prophetic vision, and then suddenly he's real and sitting right in front of you. Shame, he seems like a butthole. I clear my throat, and the weight of his glare is heavy enough to make my skin crawl. I saw you yesterday. He raises a brow at me and then laughs, a dark chuckle.
I don't think you did. I was a little preoccupied.
Ugh, you sound like a slime. Sleazeball. His words drip with disdain. And the bartender walks over to us, bottle in hand. He refills Shadow Man's tumbler with a healthy dose of whiskey without question. Well, maybe Shadow Man owns the bar.
So, where exactly was this apparent sighting?
I grimace. Ugh. Well, it's kind of complicated. It was all in my head. I had a vision of you. And you were, covered in strawberry jam. He's frowning now, his expression cold, enough to chill me to the bone. That's when I know it has to be him. It's those eyes, like there's nothing behind them. Ooh, he's soulless. The worst kind. I lean in close and drop my voice. The quake. Oh, Helga, are you sure you should tell him this? He's a stranger. He's gonna think you're mad. Well, you already are mad, so I guess we'll just, tip the bottle over a bit more. The quake, well, it was happening. I had a vision or something. He sits a little straighter and clears his throat, his head flipping around to see if anyone's watching us, I assume. Then he's leaning in and staring me down, his voice pitched low. I feel like he's trying to find a weak spot, a kink in my non-existent armor.
I have a twin, you know. It could have been him, but I guess it depends on what you saw.
Oh. Maybe the twin is the one that disappeared. Because he's got longer hair. And so maybe his twin is the good one. Like, he's the evil one. And there's the good twin and the bad twin. I don't know. He raises his brows. And I can't tell if he's playing around or if he's threatening me. The fact he seems unperturbed that I just told him I had a magical vision is less than comforting. He doesn't have a Greek accent, though. The Castor twins, you're one of them, the not missing one.
My name is Blue, and yeah, I'm the not missing one. Very observant of you.
Look at his lips twitching, going up like Elvis Presley. Except Elvis was, like, cuter. Should I tell him he was covered in blood? It was definitely you. Now I'm gonna get covered in blood. I'll get more of a reaction out of him. Blood. No, strawberry jam. You were covered in strawberry jam when I saw you. As if his face wasn't pale enough already, his skin drops a few shades. But quicker than he blanches, he finds his composure and has the gulp to laugh in my face. Ugh, he sounds like a real treat.
Did Sinclair put you up to this?
Sinclair? I don't even know who Sinclair is. Oh, Penny, my boss. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's my boss. No, I haven't told her a thing. Blue surveys me again, a little harder this time, his gaze cutting deep. Hey, don't go too deep. We just met.
What else did you see?
Just you, covered in strawberry jam. I shake my head and Blue scoffs, rolling his bright eyes.
Brilliant. Just fan-fucking-tastic.
Oh, you shouldn't have said the F word. That will raise your blood pressure. Did you know that when you swear, it raises your blood pressure? You think that it diminishes your blood pressure, but actually, it's been scientifically proven that it raises your blood pressure. So watch, be careful, man. Blue, you're gonna have a stroke if you keep swearing.
This is all I need. As if I don't already have enough on my plate, you give me this, too.
Yes, I am really annoying, aren't I? I stare at him and try to figure out exactly who he's talking to. It certainly isn't me, and it certainly isn't anyone else I can see. That thought has the hairs on the back of my neck rising. Do you want to tell me what's going on here? You're apparently not at all shocked about what I thought was a pretty outlandish claim, and I'm feeling pretty damn lost. Blue downs his drink, and one grimacing as he swallows it. He hisses through clenched teeth and stands up quick and dramatic enough that he startles me and everyone in our vicinity. Then he's reaching into his coat, fumbling for something. Oh no, he's going to pull out a gun and shoot me. He pulls out a crumpled piece of paper and pen. Oh, thank God it's a paper and pen. But wait, maybe he wants to stab me with the pen. Leaning on the bar as he scribbles something down, his fingers are stained with ink. I wonder that if I stare long enough, if the black will turn to red. Why? He shoves the paper into my hands. It has an address on it in Greek and English. Oh, I was going to eat the paper. You know, like that Mission Impossible. Like, you know, when you think it's going to be a bomb, you got to eat it quickly. Oh, but he just wants me to go someplace. It has an address on it in Greek and English. Oh, I cannot say that. I'm just going to butcher it. Parakalesia ton skyon. Oh, I didn't say it too bad. I'm sorry, all you people out there who are Greek. Church of Shadows, Asphodel Meadows.
Find me here tomorrow night. And don't tell anyone, especially not Sinclair. Got it?
Ooh, that doesn't sound like a nice church. Are you going to sacrifice me? How do I know I can trust you? I think about what Adrian said about not trusting anyone here, especially if they smile at you. Blue scoffs. Well, Blue definitely hasn't smiled at me. He's hissed at me. And sticks his hands in his pockets, his shoulders hunched like he's trying to make himself look smaller. An impossible feat for a guy as tall as him. And while he certainly isn't smiling, I can't decide if that's a good sign or bad. Everything else about this situation points to the latter.
The last thing you have to worry about is trust right now.
What? I'm just having a hokey dokey day, dude. I just want to go back home and go to bed. He pauses and tilts his head, his bright eyes dragging over me.
I didn't catch your name, did I?
No, and I didn't give it. It's Helga. Oh, Helga, don't give him your name. Now he's going to use it as some kind of witchcraft thing. He narrows his eyes again, and I consider buying this city out of all its crosses holy water, too. Oh, she had the same thought as me, too.
Tomorrow night. Be there when the lights dim.
Ugh, the lights dim. That's for nefarious purposes. I stuffed the paper into my pocket. I shouldn't have told him he was covered in blood. Helga, you should have told him he was covered in ketchup. And you'll tell me what's going on, right? No. I'm gonna sacrifice you to our evil god. Underwater god. I lean in a little closer, my voice as low as it can go with all that noise. You'll tell me what's happening to me, right?
Oh, they'll tell you.
Ooh. They'll. They? Uh-oh. Blue laughs.
It doesn't rain here in paradise. It only pours. Welcome to Styx.
No, it doesn't rain at all. You're underwater. You got water everywhere. You don't need to... Oh, not a B word again. I don't like B words. Should I call him, like... That dog has the gall. No, I like dogs. I don't want to call him a dog. Cockroach. Yeah, cockroach. The cockroach has the gall to offer me a dangerous, wicked smirk.
Sweet dreams.
Sweet dreams. No, thank you. Not from you. And then he's gone, and with him goes my headache. It's like a weight has been lifted, the pressure turned off. Welcome to Styx indeed. To be continued. Oh, I think this is the end, folks. Call me under. This is the end. Not quite the end, though. It's a demo, folks, so I hope you enjoyed the demo, and the creators are very active on the game, and I really enjoyed this. I thought the narrating was really, really good. I absolutely loved the character Callie, and can't wait to see more from her, and Hope you also enjoyed. I love the theme, I love the mystery. The characters were just really well written, and I really felt like I was in a different world. So yeah, I really hope you can download the game, the demo, in the link below, and also please support me and subscribe to my channel if you like what you see, and share my videos, and yeah, have a wonderful, wonderful day, and take care, everybody.